What's up, everybody? I'm Junior. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a part 2 of working on the Troy-Bilt Weed Eater. Okay, I have directions here. Okay, these are not the original directions to this Troy-Bilt 4-cycle Weed Eater. Okay, these are directions I got off of I think Google, whatever it is. So I typed Troy-Bilt Super Bronco, okay, in the model number, and this is as far as I can get. Okay, it gives basic details like how to clean the carburetor, take the air filter out, like what oil to use, which is 4-cycle oil, which is regular 10W30 motor oil. Shows you on how to feed the string, okay, for the feeder. Okay. Right here shows you what oil is recommended. Tells you how to do the adjustment on the guard for the string guard, which unfortunately this one here doesn't have it. Okay, but it shows you how to do that. And this right here is just a list of like engine type, air cooled. Okay. Which is right here. So it's got engine type, displacement, okay, which is 1.6 cubic inch, engine type, which is air cooled 4-cycle, spark plug gap, okay, which is 0.25 inch, which is 0.655 millimeter. Tells you what the fuel is. Let's see here. It tells you a whole bunch of different stuff. So this will actually help. Okay, because again, a friend of mine gave it to me, and there was no directions to it, so I googled it and got this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the spark plug out. Okay, now before I take the spark plug out and test it for continuity, which is in my multimeter, okay, I noticed here there's supposed to be two rubber lines. One rubber line to go from this barb down inside of the tank, another barb going down inside of the tank. Okay, so basically it's supposed to be two lines. Okay, which they're not here. I was not aware of that until I just noticed it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the spark plug out. Okay, so I usually take a flathead screwdriver, carefully, easy. Okay, pop it up like that. Okay, or if you have enough room with your fingers to put it in here like this, you basically squeeze, hold, and it pops up. Now I have to get a spark plug. Let's try a 5/8. See if 5/8 will do it. Yep, 5/8 will do it. Okay, set that aside. Now I have a this is Harbor Freight Tools socket wrench. Push the button here, it swivels all around. Push it back down, it locks into place. Obviously this is to tighten, that's to untighten. Okay, so okay, so what I'm going to do, okay, we don't need that. Take this, okay, now remember this is 5/8. Okay, now I'm going to take the spark plug out. I'm going to test the spark plug for continuity. Okay, take it off, untwist the rest of my hand, and here's the spark plug. Now this is a genuine factory parts spark plug. It doesn't have any number on it. Actually, wait, it does. It looks like it's an A4R 11, A4R11. So it's an A4R11 spark plug. Pretty sure that's what it is. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, test it for continuity. Now I put my continuity or test for ohms. Okay, I got the ohms on 20k ohms. Now what I'm going to do, or actually I'm going to put it on continuity first. Continuity is right there. Okay, it looks like yeah, right there. Continuity. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hold one end right here. Hold on right here. It beeps. So that means that this spark plug is still good, because when I have it on continuity, okay, and when you test the spark plug, okay, when you test the spark plug, take the negative terminal, okay. You don't put the negative terminal on the post here, okay, where the spark plug boot fits onto, okay, like that. You don't put that there, okay. You put the, stop throwing it around, maybe. You put the negative onto the bolt size, the part where you put the socket over, okay, and then you take the positive lead and then you touch it. All right, see. All right, so that means normally when I test a spark plug, okay, okay, I have it like this, and I test it, and if you have to wiggle it back and forth just a little bit, and you got a noise before, but now you don't have a noise. See right there? See, I'm just barely. See right there? That's gone. That tells me spark plug is fine. Now, if I did what I just did and I got no noise, there's a solution to that. You take a wire brush, carefully scrape off the carbon off of it. Okay, scrape the carbon off of it. Okay, you scrape the carbon off of it like this. Get it all nice and clean. Blow on it a little bit. Make sure it's good. If there's still carbon on it, just do this for a few minutes. Turn it with your, spin it with your fingers like this. Okay, just do it like this. Make sure you don't drop it. Do this. Okay, now it's a lot cleaner. Again, take the lead, and then you take this. There you go. Okay, I got continuity. Now we got to check for ohms. Okay, put on 20K. Now we check this. Okay, so this is reading right there. So again, you put the negative onto where the spark plug boop goes. Put it there. And you basically feel around, right? So right now it's reading 5.61. Okay, I believe that's normal. I think anything over 5, if it's like 530, between 530 and 560, I believe they'll hold me to it. I believe it's fine. So right now it's reading 5.59. So it was 5.60, or I think 5.60. Now it's 5.59. Okay, so this spark plug is. You turn your multimeter off. Okay, so spark plug is good, so we set that aside. Wind this up because I don't think we're going to be using it now. Okay, for right this minute. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to take the air filter out. Let's see here, air filter. Take the air filter out. Okay. I gotta figure out how to get this thing off here. Alright, so I don't know how to get that off, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my directions here. It looks like there's a clip holding the air filter housing onto the carburetor, so now I got to figure out how I can get the cover off without ruining it. So let me look in the owner's manual here. Again, like I said, this is just a generic owner's manual. It's not the actual owner's manual for it. Okay. Air filter cover. Alright, it doesn't really give me a whole lot, which is kind of a bad thing. Alright. Let's see if I can try to... Okay, no, that does that. There it goes. Okay. So basically what it is that there's a clip. You can see that right there. Okay. And it basically... Okay. So it basically fits. Take the fuel cap off. Okay. So basically it fits just like the... Okay. All right. Okay. So basically how this air filter goes on. Okay. Filter goes on right here. Okay. Lift it up. Right here. Okay, right here, okay, it basically goes in like this, see, goes in like this, and then you basically close it like that, okay, so when you pull it out, pull it off like that, put it back in, make sure it's good, close it, okay, so now that we got that off, fuel cap, I took off because I thought I had to take this off to put this back on, but I was wrong, okay, but, alright, put the fuel cap back on. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take the air filter off. Air filter don't look to be that bad. Nope, don't look to be that bad at all. Okay. Huh, pretty good. Okay. Okay, now. Alright, so the carburetor. Alright, so the primer bulb is gone. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna have to get a new primer bulb and new fuel lines to go from inside the tank up to the carburetor. Okay. Let me see what oil. Let's see what oil's in it. Don't worry about it. I can just block it out. All right. Keep going. Keep going like this. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, we get a rag. Rag right here. Wipe off the excess. See how bad it is. Wipe it off really good. Wipe it off really, really, really good. Okay, now lift it back up. Take this, wipe off all the excess, wipe off all the excess oil that's on the bottom of it and stuff that hang on it. Same, like just trying to get as best I can. As best as I can. Okay, now what I'm going to do is put this back in. Okay, put this back in, tighten it back up like this until it stops. Okay, it stopped. Alright. Okay, now undo it again. I want to see if there's any oil in it. Look at this. Okay. Alright, so it looks like there's oil in it, so I have to find out on this oil dipstick, okay, where on this right here is going to be safe, or is going to be full. So I have to check into that, but it does look like it's got oil in it. Okay. Keep turning it until it stops. Okay, so I know that it's got oil in it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the spark plug back down in here. Okay, for right now. Okay, just put it in there. Keep turning it with your fingers just enough until you can get it started. Then you can stop, and then you put your 5/8 with a extension. You can put. I have a shorter extension, just can't find it, but I use a longer extension for now. Keep turning it until it stops. Okay, once it stops, okay, put your attachment on it. Okay, now this right now, bring it over, give a little bit of a snug, just like that. Okay, now I can put the spark plug boot back on. Okay, so far as we know right now, it's missing the fuel lines. Okay, spark plug is good. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to take this cover off, and I want to check the condition underneath this cover to find out if there's like any damage or you know, or like dirt built up or any missing or something. So let's take this off. So that, alright, so what I'm gonna do, and what I'm gonna do is take my Phillips screwdriver along with my flathead screwdriver. Okay, and it looks like, okay, that actually looks like a star bit. I was wrong. Star bit. Okay, now in this little plastic case I got here, okay, move this over a little bit. Okay, in this plastic case, I'll put the air filter and the air filter cover, okay, in here, so I know exactly where it is. Alright, now we need to take this. Now, right here are my assortment of Allen wrenches. Now we have to figure out which one is going to fit. And I don't know if I have it. Whoop. Stop throwing stuff on the floor. Oh, great. I don't know if I have it or not. Okay, so I don't know if I have it. Okay, I have a cookie tin. And in this cookie tin is, if I'm not mistaken, attachments. Okay, so now we have to find it's like a star bit, basically. So we need to find a star bit. Let's find a needle in a haystack, as most people would say. Oh, I might have found something. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, okay, what I'm going to do, now I got just it's a socket. This is a number 7, okay, with a, I think it's a star bit, okay, with a socket. It's like a socket screwdriver. Put it in, do this, okay, and then you, there we go, good. Okay, keep turning it until it's out. Okay, you put that in the parts bin, do the same thing to this, keep doing this, unscrew it, pull it out, drop it in there. Now, should be one more right here. Okay, this. Doing it until it comes all the way out, like it did. Put that there. Now this should just pop right off. Alright, bring it up. Okay, gotta be a way to take this thing up, almost there. Let's see here. Anything on this side? Oh, is that, oh, okay. So it's a plastic. Okay. Here we go. You live and learn. Live and learn. Put this over here. That over there. Put that back. It's a plastic cover. That's got to go on here. There we go. And ding dang. Lie, why don't you? Plastic cover. Okay. It looks like 4-cycle temp Cilio, so it's a 4-cycle. More torque, no gas and oil mixing, lower emissions. Cool. So now remember that this went on just like this. So now we're going to set this aside. And then this fits on the bottom of here just like this. It's like that. So I'll put that in there, put that right there. Now I can see how bad it is. Okay, so spark plug. So let's try to take this. I don't know what this thing here is, but I guess what most people say, we're going to find out, aren't we? We're going to find out. Okay, find out. So let's set that right there. Pull the spark plug boot off. Oh, it's the valves. Okay. Well, the valves seem to be in good condition. Good. Okay. Valve seems to be in good condition. That's a relief. Let me put this back and put the screw back on. Screw back down until it stops. Do not over tighten it. Just tighten it up enough to where when it stops, give one little last slug. Keep going, and right there. Okay. All right. Now what we need to do is take this. So this has got 1, 2, 3 screws holding this cover on. So what I'm gonna do is take it like this and do it this way. Probably wondering, I got a drill here. Why can't I use a drill? Unfortunately, I can. So guess what? Thank you for that. Thank you, because I actually forgot. Okay, so what I'm gonna do. Okay. Little baby extension. See? Got my extension. Now I put this back in here. And I can put it right like this. And without dropping out, of course. It's not this socket isn't the right one to hold this in there, so. Okay, do this. Whoa, that's tighten it. Okay, that's one. That's two. That's three. Cool. Okay, so the shield, it's like that. Okay. Okay, so you got a shield. You got looks like a plastic O-ring. Okay, and then you got, so the plastic O-ring actually sits right there like that. Okay, and then this part here comes off. It's like a little muffler type thing. Okay, so yeah, see there's a filter right there. So this must be for, I believe when the gas and oil mixes, it goes through and it filters it, I guess. Huh. That is like really, really weird. I never really saw anything like this before. Huh. I mean, I've seen four-cycle weed eaters, edgers, and stuff like that, but not like this. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Okay. So let's try to get this cleaned up. Now I'm not going to be able to run this today because of two different reasons. Because I don't have fuel lines to go from here to the carburetor. The spark plug is good; it's got continuity. The lifters are the valves are good, which they look in really good shape. Okay. I'm going to take the carburetor apart and make sure the carburetor is clean and good. Then I'll put the carburetor back on. So let me get this. I think this is, like I said, I think this is a oil tank or something or whatever, or something like that. So, it's really weird. I don't know if I should take that off or not. It's not, this bit's not the right size for it. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, put this back down in there. Okay, I'm going to put this right like this. Okay, so these ones right here have to get put right back in here because these are the white ones for that one, and that goes like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a different bit that will actually, I didn't know why I even did that. Okay, put that there. Now I have to find a bit that will take that off. That will take this screw right here off. Okay, so then I'm gonna need, if I can do it. No, still not. Okay, this might work. So let's take this. That's stuck in there. Alright, pull this out. It's a pain in the butt trying to do this because try this the other way around. There it goes. Okay. So in a minute I can find the right one. Okay, so I found the proper bit for it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, use this setup. Okay, I want to try and take this thing here off, if I can, without it. Oh, still not the right size. Okay, now we have to search more amongst this mess. So that's not it. I did have these all sorted out at one point in time. Okay, I had all these bits, attachments and stuff all sorted out, but they dropped, and when they dropped all over the place, so now I have to redo it. So it's a little bit of a pain in the buttkis. Came out. Okay, so unscrew this. Just gotta be careful nothing flies out at me here. Of course, I just dropped my bit. Okay, alright, let's take this off. Okay, alright, so this is, it's a oil, it's an oil and gas thing. Okay, yeah, it's an oil and gas thing of some sort. Why, I do not know, but it's an oil and gas thing of some sort. Okay, so basically the reason I wanted to take that off because I wanted to see if the filter, and there is a filter in here, which is kind of cool actually. Never saw it like that before. I'm kind of impressed. I guess it blocks debris and stuff from getting into it or something, whatever it is. Oh, it's interesting. Really, really, really interesting. Okay, let's put that back on. Okay, now there is a groove right here, and there is a hole here. Okay, there's a I guess you call a tab here. The tab right here fits into the groove, and you basically push it down until it looks like that. Okay, and then you take the screw. Okay, and then you put the screw back in. This is if I'm doing this right. Okay, you put the screw back in. Goes a little tricky. Now they just took it out. It goes a little tricky now. Okay. Now what I can do is find the right bit for it again after I just dropped that bit on the floor. Yeah, I found it. Okay. Now, Butterfingers. Okay. Now what I do is I just take this, and I basically just screw this back in. Hopefully it won't strip it out or nothing or ruin it. Okay, strip it, keep going until it stops. Right? And it's stopped. Okay. Cool. Now it's back in. It's all cleaned up. See? It's all cleaned up, nice and good. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to put this, the rest of the three screw bolts, the 3 bolts are in here along with that round plastic washer, which the round plastic washer goes on here. So I'm going to put this right in here. Put that right there for now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this aside. Put that right there. Needle noses over there, extension over there. Okay, now what I'm going to do, wipe off the access here, make it a little bit more presentable. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the carburetor off. Okay, I'm going to take the carburetor off, and I want to check for. Okay, now that looks like it fits the same size, which is the same size bit. Okay, what I'm going to do is move this. There's this. Alright, hold on, I'll do one thing here. Right. Can't let it hang off. Okay, so I'm going to take it here, do this, unscrew this, then I'm going to test the carburetor, make sure the carburetor's good, and stuff like that. Okay. You can unscrew it the rest of the way so it comes free. Okay, so you put this actually goes right like that. Okay, this can go right there. Now it looks like there's two of them. There's one that came out of here and there's another one right here. Okay, I do keep turning it, hold it, turn it. I know you can. Like, why don't you have it on? I keep forgetting that. Because I'm so used to trying to do things by hand that I forget. So, I do apologize. So, okay, I'm going to put this on here. Put that on there. And make things a little smoother. Set that there. Okay, now that we got that, now we can easily just pull this off. Okay, that came off good. Alright, now, set this aside. Now this right here, I think it's held on with nothing. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, good. Alright, now we just lift that off. Okay, now, as you can tell, it's getting a little windy outside. See? A little windy outside. It looks like it's going to rain. But, hey, I'm safe in the garage. Okay, so, this right here looks like a gasket, which we go back and forth. Okay, so this gasket is still in good shape. Really good shape, actually. Really good shape. Kind of impressed. Because normally, okay, it hasn't been run for so long, things get dry, gaskets and parts get dry rotted, and it falls off or breaks off, so that's actually good. So put that right there so I know where it goes. Okay, now, whoop. Okay, now, the throttle linkage, see, as I do this, watch. See, the throttle's right here. This red little switch thing here. Okay. Now, you basically lift this straight up, pull it out, and there you go. There's the carburetor. Carburetor actually don't look to be that bad, which I'm actually kind of a little impressed. Yeah, the carburetor don't look. Yeah, the carburetor don't look to be that bad. Not 100% clean, but don't look to be that bad. Other than a primer bulb, the prime it to send the fuel up to the carburetor is missing, which is more likely broke. And I don't have any primer bulbs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart. Okay, so set that aside. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, let's see if I should take this part here off. Okay, when it does that, okay, what I'm going to do is take, whoa, it's really windy out here, really windy out. Alright, so now this isn't going to, Okay, so what I'm going to do is these two screws are bolts, actually. They're bolts because when they look like that, they're bolts. Okay, these two bolts right here, okay, one right here and one right here. When you try to put a drill on them, okay, and you try to unscrew them, and if it does that, that means that they're too tight, and if you continue doing it, you could strip your bit. You can strip your bit, and also you can strip the screw or the bolt screw. Okay, so what I'm going to do, take this off, set that aside. I'm going to put it onto this, put it like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it this way so I can get a little bit more firmer grip. Now if this still does not turn, there is a way to do it. I'm going to show easy way of doing it. Now I like using channel locks. These are channel lock pliers. They are adjustable. Okay. What I do, I put this over this, adjust it, keep adjusting it until it does that. Now what I do, I put the bit into the bolt. Okay. And what I do is I do this. I basically. All right. I know. I probably just jinxed myself. But you do this, okay, which is still not coming out, which is okay. It's okay. We just got to figure out another way. Because apparently these are, okay, apparently that bit's not exactly the right size. I thought it was, but I guess it's not. Let me try this one. Okay, this bit's a little better. Okay, we'll put that in there. We'll do the same exact thing. Ready? Okay, now that came loose. Okay, I put my arm, rested on it. Okay, do it like this, and sometimes you gotta improvise. Sometimes you gotta improvise. May not be what, but it's gonna have to improvise. And boom. Done. Improvise. Still safe way. Just improvise. Now what I do is I take this pair of vice grips off, set those aside because never know when I'm going to use them again. Now you just basically unscrew it the rest of the way. I'm not going to use the drill because I think my battery's going dead and it takes too long to charge it. So I'm going to just do it this way. Set that aside. See, it's got yellow Teflon stuff. It's a liquid yellow Teflon stuff that you put on bolts, and that's why it was so hard to get out, because I broke the seal. Yeah, it's raining outside, unfortunately. Okay. Alright. So now that that's out, okay, now we can take this. So it looks like this whole thing is an assembly. Okay, so let me get my air compressor. Okay, I got my air compressor attachment. Okay, I'm gonna wait till the air tank fills up. That's some coffee. And then some water. Always good to stay hydrated when it's hot outside. So now that the air compressor is all filled, agua, good agua. Okay, now what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my air compressor attachment, put it on. I have to keep disconnecting it because where the handle here leaks. Okay. Set that right there for now. Okay, now what I have to do is I have to disconnect the tank. So let me disconnect the tank here. Okay, disconnect the tank, or unscrew the bolt. Okay, wow, that was easy. In the tank. Okay. Oh, oh wow, cool. It's got a little, I guess, a tab here, as well as a tab here with a hole in it. The one with the hole goes right here. The tab goes right down there. Actually, pretty kind of cool. I got kind of impressed with this. Okay, now what I have to do is I'm going to keep the throttle linkage there. I'm going to take, there's another one of these right here. So what I'm going to do is try to unscrew it. Oh my god. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay, I'm going to take that out. I don't know if this bolt is the same length. Nope, the bolt's smaller. Okay, so put that there. Now, what I like to do is I got all these cells yellow squash, and the yellow squash come into these, and also zucchini comes in these. So I like, as you can tell, I like eating squash and zucchini. So these are like little plastic disposable trays. Okay, what I like to do is take a couple of them, or one of them, whatever, and put all the parts I find in them in here. Put all the parts in there so I know where they're at. Now this right here has to come off. Oh, there goes. Just a little bit of a rip, but not bad. Not bad. Okay, not bad at all. Huh, interesting. Okay, now, okay, so now, oh, okay, that even comes off too there. Okay, now this obviously comes off like this, so, okay, this is like it's like a little, I guess, metal aluminum shield with looks like a corrugated type of material. Okay, so I'll set that aside. Okay, this is where the oil goes. Okay, so this is the oil dipstick. This right here. This whole thing here is the oil housing that lubricates the push rod and stuff and the piston. Okay, this is the gasket right here, which gasket might be damaged. I'm hoping not. So if it is, if I put it back together, once I get the fuel tank hoses or fuel tank line to go from here to the carburetor. Okay, so basically fits like this. So from here, these two barbs go with the lines. So as soon as I get those, I can get more. The rubber fuel lines normally cost, you get a kit like maybe $5-6 or something like that, whatever it is, or something like that. But you get it any maybe a Walmart, O'Reilly's, Advanced, AutoZone, even Ace Hardware probably would have it. I don't know what they cost, but yeah. But I'm just giving a ballpark what it'll cost. I really don't know. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here alone because I don't think I have to mess with that. So, but what I want to do now is take this carburetor apart. So that is going to require another tray because I want to try to keep all the parts, you know, the way it should. So now I'm going to put that right there. Put these over here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the carburetor. I'll worry about this a little while. I want to take the carburetor apart. And before I take this carburetor apart, I want to, what's that say here? Walbro. Walbro. Never heard of Walbro carburetors before. It's a new one for me. Okay, so I got a bunch of screwdrivers and stuff like that, whatever it is now. Okay, So, alright, so now, this has a rubber O-ring, okay? Now the rubber O-ring, okay, there's a rubber O-ring right here, okay? Take that off, okay? Set that aside. Okay, now right in here, okay, right in here is this. Can undo this. Alright, try to hold it over. Put that there. The only way I'm gonna be able to take this thing off. Oh, this is gonna be a bummer. Let me see if I can do it without actually physically hurting it. Alright. Right here. Okay, you got the, I believe this like a linkage of some sort for the carburetor, I think for the throttle. And there's it's called a stop screw. Okay, stop screw's right there. And so the stop screw is right here. And this part right here is hitting here. So in order for me to get this screw out, I need to actually bring this, screw, unscrew this out in order to bring this towards this way a little more so I can get that screw out. And I really don't want to do that. Well, guess I'm gonna have no choice. Alright. See, there it goes. It's starting to come a little more. A little more. A little more. Oh man, I got to do a lot of adjustments on this when it's done. Alright, do the same thing. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do a lot of adjustments on this because it was already preset, but ding dang it. Okay, so another screw. So the screws can go right there. Okay, this part here can come, this part right here can actually come, oh, alright, see? Comes right out like that. See? Comes out like that assembly, so you set that aside. Okay, okay, so that basically went down like that. Okay, so this, so that goes like that. This unscrew this. Okay, take the screw out, long screws, set those aside. Okay. Now this, set that aside. Alrighty. So there's a total of 4 screws holding it. 1, 2, 3, and there's still the 4th one in, which I'm unscrewing in now. But try to hold it with your, try to hold the assembly down with your thumb, okay, as you're unscrewing it, because if this thing goes flying, there could be a spring, there could be something in here that I'm not going to be able to find in this garage. See? Now what I do, see, take it right off. So basically this is the plunger part. So yep, so I'm gonna need a new primer bulb. So set that. Okay, now when I took this off, okay, now there's a U shape. There's a U shape right there. Okay, and there's a little, like a little high piece. Okay, high piece there, and this is a U shape. So when you take it off, matches it. So set that aside. Okay, now what I need to do is, okay, now I don't know if there's any other screws in this thing. It don't look like, oh, there is. Okay, so now this has to come off. See, that's what that looks like. Okay, so that's got to come off. Now this looks like a gasket of some sort. Huh. Okay, I wonder how I can get this thing off. Oh, okay. Slowly peel it up. like really slowly peel it up. So sometimes it helps. Be careful with it though, to do this. See, sometimes it's easier to do it this way. See, pulls it up. Do the same thing. See, pull it up nice and neatly, like really nice and neatly. So don't force it, because if you force it, it will rip the gasket, and then it's gonna be. I mean, you could probably get parts for it, but I choose not to right now. Easy, and there it is. So right there is where it is, and this is what's inside. There's a little needle. There's a little needle right down in there. Okay, with a little bar, with a little metal bar going across with a screw holding it down. Now what I'm going to do, take that, again, careful, unscrew this, okay, set that down, take the screw out, put that right there like that, okay, and pop that out. Dang, look at that. Huh, interesting. So now this, see, this is what it looks like. See, this is a needle valve. This is your fuel stopper. Okay, this is the bar. All right, yeah. So take that. All right. So this is the bar. This is your controller. This is your needle valve. This is a spring. So now what I just do, take this, dump that all in one shot. Okay. Now I have to clean this up, but I got another way of doing that. So I'll be right back. Okay, here I have an ultrasonic cleaner. Okay, it's from Amazon. Okay, you could do 300 seconds, I think it is, 480 seconds, 90 seconds, 600 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it for 300 seconds. Okay, then what you do is you basically drop it in like this. Okay, if you need to add more water, you can add more water. Okay, shut the lid down. You hit start. What it does is what the ultrasonic cleaner does is it vibrates inside of the tray that's inside of here, and what it does is it zzz, but when it does that, it vibrates and it loosens up all the particles, dirt, debris, stuff like that, whatever it is and stuff. So now we have to wait till this is done. Okay. So so this right here doesn't look like it has to be done, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's got a little crap built up right there. Yeah, just a little bit. Right. Okay. So it goes like that. This right here doesn't look to be too bad. Yeah, this right here, this right here, wow, disintegrated. Man, that thing's old. It's literally just this. Look at it, come right on off like nothing. So that's the old one. Okay. So what I can try to do is clean this as best I can. So I'll try to clean that as best I can. See how this thing's doing. You can also flip it to do that. Hear it? So it's cleaning it. Okay, so while I'm waiting, I clean up the gas tank. Try to get the gas tank cleaned up as best I can. Help I open it up, or open the rag up. See, dumped all this out. Get this all cleaned up. Get that all cleaned up. Wipe the sweat away so it don't go on my glasses. Hate when it does that. Okay, and what I can do is do this. Get it all nice and clean as best I can. Try to get everything all nice and cleaned up. Okay, as best as I can.
Bring your damn flight swatter in here.
Hold on a minute. Okay, so the ultrasonic cleaner has stopped. Okay, everything actually don't look to be that bad. Yeah. Things don't look. things really don't look to be that bad, other than it's windy as heck out here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is take my air compressor, which my attachment is right here. Take this. Alright, now that I cleaned the carburetor out, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to start putting this carburetor back together again, okay. So what I'm going to do is shut the lid on this, move this ultrasonic cleaner over here for now. Don't need it for right now. So set that right there. Fire truck, hope everybody's okay or whatever. So fuel tank is cleaned off as best as I can, even though I don't know what it looks like inside. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, the primer bulb and stuff is stuck down in there. Yeah, primer bulb was stuck down in there and stuff. You can see that. The primer bulb right there. Okay? Which means that, see, oh, it came out. Yeah. So it's the filter. So I need a primer bulb, fuel filter, and everything. So what I'm going to do, instead of me putting this back in, which kind of strange to do, but at least I know where they come out of. So that way I know what to do. So I'm going to put the cap back on, or fuel cap back on, set that aside. Okay, now here's where the fun comes in. Okay, now I'm going to take this carburetor and put the carburetor back together again. So what I'm going to do, okay, now this is the needle valve, okay, this is a spring, so the spring goes over the needle valve, I would assume like this. Oh boy, do I assume. Or does it go the other way around? Nope, I think the needle valve fits down into, alright, let's see here, hold on. So the way I took it out was I think that this goes, alright, I think this goes like this. Alright, so I think it goes like this. So this right here actually slides onto this. Okay. So like that. This bar goes across like so. Okay. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this gets thrown back in there. So, alright, so I think I know how to do it. I think this goes right down in here. Okay, so this spring goes back down the carburetor like so. It's really tricky to do. Now this fits on top of the spring, okay, which fits like that. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so that the spring, or the bar, okay, the bar gets slid just like that. There's a spring, okay, the spring I believe goes down in there. That sits down there like that. Look, lost the bar. And Bars are very easy to lose on these. Boy, they're really easy to lose. Okay, now what I do is I take that, put that down there like that, put this, or does it go the other way around? Actually, it goes the other way around. Okay, so let's set this back down. It's a pain in the butt, but I'll get it. Okay, like that. So that gets put like this. Okay, and set that down. So this right here, this gets dropped back down in there. This, so put that like right there. Put that right like, make sure it's locked in. Put that like that. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Yeah, so it's a butt. It's a pain in the butt, yes. So basically, what it is that this needle valve is supposed to sit like that, I think. Okay, and now this is supposed to go right directly onto this, and that's supposed to fit in there like so. All right, yeah, okay. So it's gonna take quite some time to do, but anyway. So what it is that the needle valve, okay, the needle valve is very finicky. Okay, so basically what I have to do. Okay, so spring gets dropped down there first. Okay. Alright. Now this has to get like that. That has to get like that. Alright, and this. Nope, still not. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's just that the pieces are very small, so since the pieces are small, it's a little hard to get them in, to get everything in there. To get everything in there by specs, because everything's so loose and stuff, and there is another way of doing it, but we'll try it. You take a pair of the needle nose pliers like this, and of course you wipe them off, get all the hair off of them. Okay, what you do is you take it, you grab it like this, exactly like that. Okay, slide that in there. Now what you do is you lock this in there. Oh. And then you put that down there like that. Okay, hold it down there like this. Slide that pin in. Okay. Slide that pin in. So there we go. There we go. Now what you do, you take your screw, okay, bolt screw, okay. Just don't swallow when I do that. Okay, set that right down there like so. Take this, like this, screw this in, keep going until it stops. And tighten up just a little bit. That's it. See? You got the screw. So you got the screw. You got the shaft, which is the metal shaft that fits inside of this, and then underneath here you got, I believe you got, what is it? You got the fuel needle, which is the fuel stopper, stops the fuel, and then you got a spring. So the spring goes down first, I believe, and then the fuel valve goes in second. The bar goes in third, goes through here, and it screws in there and it holds it right down. So there you go. So I think that's how it works. I believe that's how it works. Something don't look right. something don't look right. I'm not a whiz at this, but something just doesn't add up. Something's not adding up. Whoop. Something's not adding up. Butterfingers. Something's not adding up. I think I got that. I think I got that thing upside down. So let's take this off. Okay. Make sure you put the screw in there. Okay. Take that out. Something's telling me I don't got this. Something telling me this isn't right. So that means that this has to go like this. Okay. So I would assume this goes. Okay, so alright, so this right here doesn't go there. So that means the spring goes down here first. Then that goes like that. Yep. Yeah, that goes like that. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this. And I'm gonna lock into place. Right like that. Put that down there. Like so. Still doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. It's weird. I don't think it's right. All right, let's try do the other way around. So let's try putting this. So that see, there's a tab. There's a little. See, there's a little thing right there. All right, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. Let me do it with this one. See this right? That right there. Okay. Looks like it matches. Pull that away. See this? See that bump right? See that bump right there? Okay, if you turn it around, right? See? It's a round indentation right there. So that tells me that if I take the spring, did I just lose the spring? Oh, spring's in there. Okay, put that in there like so. See, that gets like that. Okay, that's normal. All right. Okay. See, if I put it like this, it doesn't look normal. It does not look normal at all. See, if I put it like this, right down like that, and I put this right like there, that does not look normal. Alright, so, okay. Let me try it anyway. I ain't gonna hurt it, because technically I can't run today anyway, because I don't have no no fuel lines, no primer bulb, so I'm not gonna be able to physically run it until I can get a new primer bulb. Let's see, now it still doesn't look right. That's weird. So I guess that doesn't go like that then. Okay. And you live and learn. The strange thing is I looked at it before I did it. Alright, let's do it again. So that can't go, no, that's good. So it's gotta go down there. Oh, okay, I think I know what it is. Alright, so I think this right here gets put down in there. Okay. This. Hold on a minute. So this. Just not figured out, I think. Yep, I just figured it out. Took me a while. This goes back down in there. Whoop. This goes back down in there. Now this actually has got to go in those pliers. Put that right like that. Okay. And we go back down in there. Okay, now we take it, smush that down, hold on, smush that down, lock that in place, and it didn't even get it in. Nope. Alright, let's back up, lock in place, smush down, alright, we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Take that out. Alright, so what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to put this, okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to take the spring, set the spring down first, like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that right there, set that right there like so, and there it is. Now I'm going to set this screw, okay, right down in there like so. Now I take the screwdriver. Keep seeing flashes. Cars must be keep going by. Yep, there it is. Cool. Okay, so now I just figured it out. Good. There we go. And give a little snug. There it is. Okay. Okay. This actually works in two different ways. See what happens is when you plunge, when this plunger, okay, when the plunger sits, I'm just going to demonstrate for purposes only. Okay, so when the plunger sits, like say the plunger sits right here, which actually that's the way it sits. Okay, but this right here gets on it first. So this right here gets put just like that. Because see now there's a hole here and here. So right here and right there that matches this and this. So this actually locks on there. Now you take the other part, you put on top, okay? Now you take your primer bulb, or your primer bulb, which is missed, the bulb part's missing, but the other part's not. Then what you do, you put this like right here. So so that way, what happens is when you actually when the primer bulb's in and you want to start the weed eater, okay, you basically keep priming this however many times I recommend you to prime it till, and then when you put it on choke, you pull start, it starts up, but then it dies. So then you move the choke lever over to half choke, and then you pull start again and it starts up, and you let her idle for 1 to 3 minutes or something like that, and then after like say a minute and a half or whatever it is, or whatever you feel, and then you move the lever to run and you give it gas, and that's what it does. So that's alright. So now that's somewhat the way that is. Okay. So alright. So now that the carburetor is cleaned. Okay, 100% cleaned. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is take, this is the needle, this needle here. Okay. This needle here gets put. Alright, so we'll almost dropped it. So this needle here gets put. Now there's a hole here. Okay. Now there's a hole here, and a hole here, and a big hole here. Okay. Now here is hole. Okay. So you set this right like that. See? Right like that. And then this part right here, okay, and this part right here gets screwed in. I'm just going to do demonstration purposes. So you screw this back in like this. See? Starts turning. Okay? And when this gets screwed that way, this here turns. Watch. See? It's better to have the screws on, but I'm not going to do that yet. So what you do, you basically hold like this. See? And it starts turn and it starts to turn it. See? Turn it. Okay, and you keep going to right about a little bit more. Like right about to there. There you go. And that's what it is. Okay? And then you put the either the throttle linkage, I think this is the throttle linkage, and when you give it gas, it actually, the screw, okay, stops this from going all the way over. See? Like that. Okay, so let me unscrew this now so I can continue with it. Okay. Okay, good. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, set that aside. Okay. These flies in here are really starting to annoy me. Okay. Alright, so now I have access. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this stuff back together. Okay, now this right here is your O-ring. Now if you bring the O-ring here like that, see how it fits nice and comfortably on it. See? Okay. Now if you take it off, okay, then you can't put it here because it doesn't stretch. Okay, so you put that on like that. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now what we do is we take this. Okay. Well, first what I'm going to do is take this off. I'm going to set this exactly like that. Okay. I'm going to take this, set this. Now, this right here also has the same thing. Okay. Now, I'll show you one more time. It's like a little nipple. It's a nipple here, or a little piece sticks out. Okay. I don't like saying nipple. Sorry. And then hole here. Okay. Which looks like that. Okay. And now this, again, hole here, but it doesn't go all the way through. See? It doesn't go all the way through. Okay? And also, there's a little hole here, which don't know what that is. So what we do, take it, drop it in. Okay? Now what we do, first what we do is we take the primer bulb, okay, which I don't have a primer bulb, I just got the bracket for it. Okay? So put that on nice and neatly right there, like so. See? Like that. Okay? Take your 4 screws. 1. All 4 screws. Take your 4 screws and you start screwing them in. Somehow or another, this doesn't look like it's the right way to go. And it does look like it, but it's... Wait, let me see if I go the other way with it. Nope. Alright, so maybe this is the way it goes. Yep. Okay, it was my bad. Alright. So basically, that indentation right, that U-shape right there, goes right over here. Sits in nice and comfortably. Okay? So what you do, take your screws, put them in. Okay. Take your screws. Should be another one. I only got 3 here. Should be another. Oh, that's right there. Okay. There's another one right there. What you do? You take your screwdriver, screw them all the way down. Of course, it's not the right size. Okay. So you screw them all the way down. Keep doing it. Okay, like this. Okay. Now you don't screw it all the way down when you have all the other 3. You usually go diagonal, like this. Okay, like this. See? Like this. Okay, and just snug. Not too snug, but snug. Okay. Alright, that's that. That. Not but not least, last one. Screw this down. do that. Now this right here, like I was saying, goes right there. Okay. Now this plunger, which goes right like that, and this screw here goes right there, and this screw here goes right there, and you screw this back down. Okay, keep doing it. Okay, until it stops. Okay, it stopped. There you go. Fall back to normal. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, excuse me, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take, now this is the old piece of the power bulb, which that can go right there. Now, we have to somehow scrape this off, scrape this whole gasket off as best as we can. Yep. Or we can just leave it alone for now, because once it goes back up, this piece here will go back onto this and hopefully seal it. So what I need to do now is, okay, now what I need to do is, I need to put this part here back on. Okay, again, just inspect it, even though it's a little rusty, but it's okay. So now we put this back on there, put this back on there, and this one goes back on there. Okay, now what we do, now this right here has, see, 1, 2, 3, okay. It has 3 holes. So now this right here, okay, now that O-ring that I mentioned before, okay, which is right here, this is a black O-ring, okay, known as a black round O-ring, okay. Okay, now what we need to do with this is take this and you put this on the base of that, okay, but you gotta try to hold it on, and then what we do is we just take this, put that on like this, okay, hold it, okay. Now what we need to do is we need to hold it, okay, except when I drop that, what I need to do is tighten this back, screw this back up with the bit. Alright, keep doing it. Okay, like that. Okay, just enough to start it. Okay, just enough to start it. Now what we do, put this like that. And now we basically just start tightening it all the way. Like this. Like this. Okay, now remember, don't over tighten it, because if you over tighten it, you could strip it, okay, and it won't be good, and it'll be harder to get out. So you don't have to do it that snug, just like that. So it's like keep tightening it up until it stops, and when it fairly stops, just do done. Okay, so that's on, and I just realized I did that wrong. See, you live and learn. You live and learn. Okay, so let's undo this. I forgot about that shield. Okay. You live and learn, unfortunately. But it's a good thing. See? So basically what I just did, I did on purpose. Okay? What you got to basically do is 3 simple things. When you do a task, doesn't make a difference what task it is. You always take your time. I lost that bit. just lost my bit. It was right here too. Is it on the floor? No, it's not. Oh, here it is. It flew off. Okay, it flew off. Alright, try this again. Do this. Just hold it on. Okay. So basically, taking your time and doing a job, doing a task or a job, whichever one it is the most crucial, important thing to do. Because when you go fast, it makes things, it just makes things a lot harder. Okay, the washer, the black round washer that goes on here, is actually in here, so that's good. Now we put this. Now we put this through here. Now we put this through here, and through here. Okay, and now this gets actually put right like this. Okay, which now this gets put right there. Okay, I get screwed back on. Like this. So keep going until it stops, which it will. Keep screwing until it stops. And do the same thing. Like I said, alright. Okay, tighten up just enough to where it's snug, but not too snug. There. Okay. Now that we have that on, okay. Now what I need to do is, okay. Now we need to do is take the carburetor, okay, because the primer bulb actually, okay. So now this part right here goes to this. Okay, so we need this. We need this. Okay. All right. Now what we're gonna have, and then now we need the screws. That goes over there. Okay. Now this carburetor. Okay, so this carburetor fits right there. So basically, okay, so the inlet's right there. So that means that this. Oh. Okay, so. Okay, so does it? So that doesn't go there. Okay. So actually, this. Okay, so gasket. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this carburetor, okay, so this one right here, okay, so that was wrong, so this one here goes right here. So what I'm going to have to do is take this, hold that right like, put that right like that, okay, so there's a screw that goes, so this screw right here goes right there, okay, which I believe that goes, the screw, where's the thing again, okay, alright, so this right here, nope, it's not the right size, okay, so there should be a total of 1, 2, 3 the same size, and there should be 2 of the long ones, and that one, okay, and okay, so let me see this. Okay, and I think this one's one that goes to it. And yeah, I thought this one goes to it. Okay. So what I need to do, put this right here like so. Then put this through here like so. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do, it keeps falling out. I need a magnetic one. Okay, this goes like that. This goes up through here. Which that goes like right there. So now this gets put right. Alright. Okay. There that came off. Alright. Do this. Okay. Take this. Alright, do this. So it's on there. Take this. Screw this back on. Like so. Alright, like that. Same exact thing. Like I said, you don't have to twerk them down that much. I mean, you tighten it up, but don't reef on it. Okay, do like this. See? Like that. Okay, now. Huh. I think that's got to come back off. Through like so. I'll put this through like this. Now we can put it up in here. There we go. There, now put this, tighten this up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do the same to this. So this actually gets put right there. We go. There we go. This. This. Screw it in. That. One, two, three. Okay. Now this right here, now the carburetor is going to have to actually fit right onto this. So the carburetor is going to fit right on there like this. So that means that this, so you got total. Okay, so this one right here. Alright, so this right here fits through here. Yep, goes to the carburetor. Okay. Alright. Now this fits through here. This fits right straight through here to this. Okay. Same exact thing. Put that right there, this right there. Put the linkage on it first. So put the linkage right there on it first. Put that there. Put that right there. Put this right like there. Right like one's going in easy, one's going in hard. So I have to find out which one it is. Alright, so that means the throttle cable's not right. Nope. Alright, so the throttle cable's not right because it's not. Because in the fuel tank gets put right in here. Yeah, the fuel tank gets put popped right back in here. That gets put like that. Yeah, and this. Yeah. And this right here gets put right in there. Okay, and this one gets put there. Okay. Alright. Somehow the throttle cable's not right. Alright, so the throttle cable's not right. So now what I need to do is take the throttle cable off. Take this thing here off because it's not right. This way. So basically I put the throttle linkage the wrong way. I'm going to try doing it this way because apparently it's not doing it. So I'm going to tighten it down nice and easy. Just in case if I have to take it up again I can. Okay, and what I need to do is undo this. Okay. Undo this. Put that there. Throttle linkage here. Okay. And now one of the reasons why it's not tightened all the way down. That one's done, and now that one's done. Okay. Now let's put this linkage back on, and there it goes. There we go. Now it works. Now we take this, put this right like this. Put this through. Put this through like so. Put this through like so. Right like that. Now we put, of course it keeps popping out, but put that like that. This can go right here. This can go right in there like so. Now let's tighten this thing back up. Okay, do this. And keep doing it. Like so. And it stops midway. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try two different lines. I'm going to try reversing this. I don't like the way it feels. We'll get there. Okay, let's try up here now. Look. Set it. That goes like that. That goes like this. Okay, throttle linkage goes back in like so. It's put in like so, like that. See, and now this obviously fits right back in there. All right, what I'm going to do is put this onto here, and I'm going to do it this way. Do it this way here. Oh, okay. All right. I know why. My bad. Boy, I'm really losing it. Okay, this back off. Okay, pull that back off. Pull this back off. I know why. Okay. Another demonstration purpose is going here. This has to go back up in here. Yep. So this gets put right back there. Okay, like so. Now, I'm even testing myself here. Pretty good. Testing myself. One. This right here goes two. To right there. Linkage is still hooked. And there we go. Try that. And boom. That's it. There we go. There. Now it's all snapped. Now, what I do is, I still got screws here. This right here is the air cleaner. Okay. Alright, so I still got 3 screws here. 1, 2, 3. So it's 4 actually. So 1, 2. So there's a total of 4 here. So I'll put the 4 back in there. Okay, so that's on, that's on, that's on, that's on, that's on. Fuel lines. Alright, the gas tank, which is right here. Okay, gas tank, which has to go right, like, so again, there's a tab, okay, and there's a tab here with a hole in it. The tab with the hole is the one with the screw going in. Okay, so what we need to do is put this, and now there's a, where the tab is, there's a little slit right here. Okay, set this, okay, set that right like that. Set that like that. Okay, now what we do, we take this screw, okay, and hook it right like this. And now we take the screwdriver, as the thing here bit, okay, now, still got some screws missing. Don't know how that's remotely possible, but we got some screws missing. So 1, 2, okay. So, okay, so the air filter. Okay, try to just clean this out. See, just try to clean the air filter out. The air filter housing. See, cover. Try to clean as much as you can out. Or try to clean as much as I can out. And what I can do, set this right in there. Set that right like okay. Now what I do now right here is two tabs sticking out. The tab's got a little hook on it. See, they're like up like that way. Okay, so these two here go right in here. Okay, right in here. Okay. So it goes like that. Oh. One. There you go. Two. Okay. Yep. Two. Well, at least I know how to do that. There's a tab right here. Okay. Tab. Push on this tab. Push this tab towards this way. Do that. Pops it right out. Okay. Now we have. I guess I know where those three screws are. Okay. Now this right here goes back down in. Okay. Now this right here gets screwed right into here, which, whoop, totally missed it. And I hate when that bit keeps flying out. Okay. Okay. All right, let's try doing this again. Okay, then drop that down. Okay, take this. Okay, this is a quarter. What we do, hold it in here like so, and I would just tighten it down. Tighten that down, lift, tighten that down. Okay, lift, that's that. Alright, that's in there. Okay, put a tray aside. Now what we do, we take this. Okay, now we take this and we do this. Okay, so now there's a tab here, and a tab here. Okay, now the shape of this matches this. So this gets locked in. This gets locked in. And go. There we go. Okay, so basically, I took this off, carburetor off. Okay, I took the cover off. Okay, spark plug boot just pops back on. Okay, I took the bottom piece. There's a flat piece here with 3 tabs on it. Took this off. Took the gas tank off. This right here I did not take off with the oil housing. I did not take that off. So I took that off. All this off. I cleaned the carburetor out, and now I have to get lines to go from here up to these 2 barbs. So, okay, so I need weed eater. Okay. I took the carburetor off, fuel tank off. Fuel tank still needs to be cleaned out. I need new fuel lines. I need a new fuel filter to go inside of the gas tank. The idle speed, I guess, what you call it, needs to be adjusted. So that will be in part 3 of the next video. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you could subscribe to my channel, it would really deeply appreciate if you could subscribe to this channel. If you want to leave a comment about this video, please do so down in the comment box below. And until the next daily adventure, peace.